art allows us to lose ourselves and find ourselves all at the same time. 4 years ago, I had the privilege of teaching art at a school for orphan children. It was with a nonprofit organization called SOS Children's Villages. Ever since I've left, I have planned to go back and visit my students, and now I'm finally going back, and I can't wait. I will be bringing art about peace from my students here in San Diego to exchange with the SOS kids. To facilitate this art exchange, I hope to also bring the SOS kids much needed art supplies for their classrooms. The other reason for my trip is to celebrate with the first graduating class of the SOS School. I'll be doing this through a mural painting workshop. In order to do this, I will need art supplies such as cans of house paint, paintbrushes, and that's where your financial support is needed most. The first thought I had after coming back from the Middle East was that I would eventually have to do something there that would leave a long-lasting impact, because the kids I worked with were all so super talented in the arts, but rarely get the chance to discover this, let alone cultivate their artistic growth. When I was teaching art over there, I witnessed how big of a positive impact art had in these kids' lives. Both of these art projects, being the Global Art Exchange and the mural painting with the senior class, art provides students with the tools for reshaping, re-envisioning, and recreating their own worlds. Additionally, art education with such projects as the Global Art Exchange allows these kids to see into one another's worlds, like artistic pen pals between the San Diego kids and the SOS orphans. However, funding for school supplies, let alone art materials, is extremely hard to come by over there. In times of crisis, during our humanitarian responses, the first things we think about are those life necessities: food, shelter, water. But just as important to their physical survival is the emotional survival of these kids. What these kids need is a reason to survive. And what better way to do that than through the creation of public murals and personal artworks about peace that will be traveling around the world. One splash of color can create a ripple effect in an entire community. But most importantly, the experience of creating a collaborative mural evokes a special change in one's own self. I recognized from the start how well the kids responded to the arts and how important it was for them to have exposure to art, which they didn't have much of before. The spirit of living in a peaceful world comes through in every mural. The plan is to use public art to create awareness and an emotional bond to living in peaceful environments and thus a peaceful community. Thanks so much for your time for watching my Kickstarter video, and thank you in advance for helping fund this project. It's going to change the lives of a lot of kids, and it's definitely going to change my life. Thanks.